Hello. How are you? Are you so good? I don't know what is happening. Yeah, so hi, I'm Red. Welcome to Red by Red. Today I'm going to be reading some r/IDontWorkHereLady stories. Yes, I love these. Are you ready? Yeah, good, because here we go. You're one of them immigrants. My wife just got back home from a popular hardware store which rhymes with Dome Repo. Also, quick background, my wife is a New Zealand expat with a fairly strong Maori bloodline. To the casual Texan, she might look like she's from south of the border. Hearing her speak, the average person might think she had an Australian or, worst case, British English accent. Being from New Zealand, she has zero inhibitions around using colourful language as need be. Scene. My wife is loading 4 bags of mulch onto a cart. An entitled woman suddenly appears. I need you to load some of those onto my cart. I don't work here. I don't care. You people do this all the time. What people? Immigrants. Fuck off. I could have you fired. My wife didn't stick around. She headed off with her trolley of mulch and paid and headed home. No dramas. Oh, yeah. That's how you deal with that kind of crazy, racist, discriminatory jerk. When I first moved to Canada, I got my first job working in a furniture store. And we used to get a lot of new immigrants in there. And, you know, sometimes English it's hard. It's hard. And when you move to a new place, then you know, it's easier. But when they're fresh off the boat, so to say, it's hard. And most of them were super nice and really appreciative when we were patient with them. One time, my co-worker's helping this couple pick out furniture for their new home, and you know, they don't speak English very well, and she's like trying to explain to them like that she needs their name and all that stuff. This other customer comes up to me and says, just can't stand them. They're just coming here. They're taking our jobs. It's like, why don't you stay in your own country? And I just said to her, I'm going to get someone else to help for you. I just moved to Canada 2 months ago, and walked away. And she ran away out of the store, actually. And it was just like, you can't pick and choose who you want as immigrants. Because you didn't like the color of their skin or their cultural background, they're not okay to come, but me, because I'm white, is okay? It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. It really, really pisses me off and makes me angry. So don't do that. And, you know, call people out if they do that. Okay, sorry. So serious. Ready for the next story? This one is a good one. No, lady, I'm not a mall cop, an actual cop. In a former life a few years ago now, I was a police officer here in good old England. I moved from a team dealing with action-packed 999 calls, speeding around in old Ford Focuses, or is that Focus-I? And dealing with interesting things, working in a team that supported a large shopping complex. Shoplifting, antisocial behaviour, real hard-hitting stuff. The uniform was a white shirt, black tie, and if I was out and about, a stab vest over the top with one of the big pointy hats too. If I was on a break though, I just put on my normal jacket over to cover my shoulder numbers. This was mainly for personal security, so to a casual observer, I was just a bloke in a white shirt with a black tie. Cue the moment. I'd just finished dealing with the paperwork from a shoplifting and had a hankering for a sandwich. I locked my vest and hat away, but left my belt of tools, can of spray, cuffs, metal stick, England again, on. I popped a plain black jacket over the top and ventured into the shopping complex in search of a footlong. Sandwich specified and acquired, I paid the well-known outlet and ambled over to a seating area to mind my own business and chow down. Probably no less than 5 minutes later, I clock a woman, the usual type, attempting to buy a sandwich. Now, From her big arm gestures, I skillfully deduced that she wasn't happy. That's not a crime, so back to my sandwich I went. Until, of course, the voices became raised and a hand was slammed on the counter. I tucked the remnants of my sandwich in the bin and ambled over to see what the commotion was. Now, working in the team I did, I was a known face in the centre, and I enjoyed a long sandwich, so the staff knew me and my job, so they relaxed a little, which really irritated the woman. I quickly realised they didn't have the feeling she wanted, and she was refusing to take no for an answer. "Is everything alright here?" The woman turns, eyes me over. Now, I'm in my early 20s at the time, so she makes me for a security guard. F's sake, I don't need security. This little easy woman won't make me a freaking sandwich. Okay, firstly, you need to stop swearing. Secondly, I'm a level up from security. She didn't like this. Oh, piss off! I just want my sandwich! She ignores me and goes back to banging her hand on the desk and gesturing wildly at the teen behind the counter. You need to stop that. She rounds on me again. I said piss off! I know the management here, so F off back to standing outside Debenhams or I'll get you sacked. I don't care. I'm warning you that you need to stop swearing. It's a public order offence. Or what? I just want my effing sandwich, not some jumped up plastic policeman interfering. Frick off! Stop swearing, you're causing a scene, and stop hitting that counter or you'll be arrested. Don't effing tell me what to do. Think you're Billy Big Bollocks, just a wannabe cop. You can't arrest me. Get me your boss now too. She was slamming her palms on the sneeze guard with each word, and I think I'd been patient enough at that point. So I unzipped my jacket to reveal I am, in fact, a uniformed police constable. Her eyes widen as she sees the cuffs on my belt. Nope, I'm arresting you under Section 5 of the Public Order Act. The arrest is necessary to prevent injury to others and damage to property. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defense, etc. Now, I had no intention of cuffing her. I was twice her size, so not necessary. Instead, I steered her, spluttering, to a table and sat her down as I called for a car to pick us up. After another 30 minutes of her refusing to believe she'd done anything wrong, I eventually gave her a penalty notice to dispose of the matter. So, her no sandwich swear fest ended up costing her £80 instead. Oh, God. I mean, that's good. I mean, at least she got some, karma. Because, what the heck? Yeah, you don't have it. Let me swear at you till you get it. What, they're gonna magically remember that they have it? No. They're not trying to be mean to you or, hurt you. They don't have what you wanted. Yeah, you can be disappointed, but you just say, oh, that's okay, thanks so much, or okay, I don't want it then, thank you, or just sigh and walk away if you can't even be that nice. Okay, here is another story. If you can't convince them, you can at least confuse them. A couple of months ago, I was helping this elderly lady at the grocery store grab something from the top shelf. After she goes on her merry way, I turn around and see this woman just glaring at me. Can I help you? Yes, you can. I'm looking for whole milk chocolate milk, but all you have is 2% chocolate milk. Why don't you have whole milk chocolate milk? I'm not sure why they don't have whole chocolate milk, but an alternative is buying regular whole milk and some chocolate syrup. You expect me to pay more for your failure to stock whole chocolate milk? You are trying to rip me off. Where's your manager? I don't work here, but even if I did, how would this issue be my fault at all? If you don't work here, then why were you helping that woman just now? Because I was just being helpful? Bullcrap! You work here and you're trying to rip me off! So at this point, logic isn't working. Look, if it wasn't for the secret elves that live inside my spleen, I'd gladly help you find your milk. But sadly, they don't take days off, and I really don't want another egg soup incident again. So if you'll excuse me, I have a plane to catch. I spread my arms, turn around, and go, as I quickly walk away. She was left there speechless. Oh my god, I love it so much. The magical elves that live in my spleen. My spleen elves. They're angry. They're gonna want egg soup if I don't get a move on. Delicious egg soup. Oh, I love it so much. It's so good. It's so good. Did you enjoy those r/IDontWorkHereLady stories? Read by me, Red. Please give the video a like if you did enjoy them, and don't forget to subscribe too if you haven't done that already. I make lots of videos every day, in fact, and they're just for you. Okay, see you tomorrow.